Top 7 Best GPU for Rendering 2023. Through extensive research and testing, I have put together the list of options that will meet the need of different types of buyers. So whether it's price, performance, or particular use, we have got you covered. For more information, I have put links of products in the description. Make sure to check it out. Like the video, comment, don't forget to subscribe, and let's get started. Number 7. Nvidia GeForce GT 1030. If you've got an old desktop with integrated graphics that don't support the current versions of graphics programming interfaces such as DirectX 12 or Vulkan, or you have a game that won't run unless it detects dedicated graphics memory, these Div 2 GB, or if you just want to make your Windows experience feel a little more snappier or smooth, a GT 1030 base card can help. It's designed with lower power requirements than most other discrete GPU, so it can fit in systems with small power supplies and compact designs. Unlike most gaming graphics cards, 1030 base cards can be low profile and take up just a single slot for connectivity, and are quieter because they only require a single fan. Don't expect to game with the GeForce GT 1720 at best, unless a game is very lightweight. But Fortnite, CS, Go, League of Legends, and other popular multiplayer games generally fall under the can play on a potato umbrella. So you don't need to worry as much if they're your go-toss. In some cases, games may simply go from unplayable to a little less unplayable. If you do want to play games, though, spring for versions with DDR5 memory, not DDR4. It can make a noticeable difference. That's why you'll see some offerings for less than $130. For a simple speed-up, the cheapest decent one I've seen was $115, though prices can fluctuate. Number 6. Nvidia Quadro RTX A40. Nvidia doesn't just offer its extensive line of GeForce graphics cards, there's also its Quadro range. Where GeForce cards are designed and marketed primarily for gaming, Quadro cards are built for professional applications like scientific computation, 3D rendering, and to a lesser extent, video editing. The Quadro RTX A40 sits near the middle of the Quadro range, but with faster models carrying astronomical price tags, they're aimed squarely at commercial buyers. The graphics card hardware in the RTX A40 is almost identical to that of the GeForce RTX 3070 Ti, which carries an MSRP that's around 40% cheaper than the A40, so I pay more for a Quadro. Well, video editing. The vast majority of users will be fine with a GeForce card. The Quadro range gets you several processing benefits that are mostly of use to scientific and 3D rendering work, with the primary benefit for video editing are Quadro-specific video card drivers carefully optimized for popular video editing programs to ensure top-notch reliability. Number 5. AMD Radeon RX 6800 XT. AMD cards are consistently slower than their Nvidia counterparts for video editing. However, if you're rocking a 2019 Mac Pro Tower and are looking to upgrade your graphics card, AMD is your only option for macOS. While the top-of-the-line 6900 XT will give you slightly more encoding performance in a Mac Pro, it commands a significantly higher price tag than the already expensive 6800 XT. Consequently, it's a tough price difference to justify, at least until GPU availability improves and pricing becomes more sensible again. Note, before you buy, ensure the specific brand variant of RX 6800 XT you choose is shorter than 310, or it won't fit inside a 2019 Mac Pro. Number 4. Nvidia GeForce RTX 3050. The Nvidia GeForce RTX 3050 sits between the GTX 1660 Super and RTX 3060 in Nvidia's graphics card hierarchy, both in terms of video rendering speed and also pricing. Consequently, it's never going to the fastest performer, but you'll find it does a pretty good job for video editing. That's certainly what we found when we reviewed the Acer Predator Helios 300 laptop. Opens a new tab, which features an 3050 as standard. Admittedly, the Nvidia GeForce RTX 3050 isn't the highest specs graphics card, but it's good enough for most video editing and rendering purposes, and at its recommended price, it offers good value overall. Number 3. Nvidia GeForce GT X 1660 Super. Short on cash. The good news is that a decent graphics card for video editing doesn't have to break the bank. And the GeForce GT X 1660 Super has a lot to offer at an affordable price. Video export speeds will be noticeably slower than more exotic GeForce RTX series cards, but then the 1660 Super should be at least half the price. So we're talking great value overall. That said, with only 6 GB of video RAM on board, higher performance cards will have a more significant edge if you're editing 8K and high frame rate 4K footage. Like almost all graphics cards, various board manufacturers make their own variants of the GTX 1660 Super, and unless you're gunning for every last frame per second in gaming performance, spending extra on the factory overclocked version isn't worth it. Being more of an entry-level graphics card, it's also possible to find the GTX 1660 Super with a physically shorter board design, making it suitable to fit in smaller PC cases. Though usually the cooling, heatsink, and fan assembly will still require the space of 2 expansion bays in your motherboard. Number 2. Nvidia GeForce RTX 4080. Nvidia's RTX 4000 series graphics cards are currently the fastest graphics cards for video editing, with the Halo RTX 4090 being king of the hill, but with an MSRP of $1,600, and you'll likely pay even more in reality. Plus a colossal 450W power draw. You'll need to be exporting many hours of seriously high-value footage to justify an RTX 4090. The next rung down the RTX 4000 series ladder is the RTX 4080. This will still be a video rendering beast, but its $1,200 MSRP is a little easier to stomach, as is the 320W power consumption. Other equally impressive stats include 16 GB of GDDR6X memory, running on a 256-bit bus at 22.4 Gbps, making for a whopping 736 GB/s of effective memory bandwidth. All that means this is going to handle anything you can throw at it, even if you're working in 8K. Remember, you'll also need a PC powerful enough to let an RTX 4080 run to its full potential at top-end CPU, and a 750+ watt power supply, not to mention enough space to accommodate the card's huge bulk. Number 1. Nvidia GeForce RTX 3060 Ti. Nvidia is steadily rolling out its RTX 4000 series of graphics cards, but for now only the high-end models in the range have been released. For the vast majority of non-commercial videographers, a mid-spec graphics card is the best value option for video editing and rendering, so for now our top card recommendation is still the RTX 3060 Ti, as it nails the sweet spot between price and performance. Admittedly, thanks to Nvidia's sustained price hikes with the launch of each new generation of GeForce cards, the 3060 Ti commands big money for what's still just a mid-range card. But with rival AMD graphics cards coming up short for video editing performance, it's still the best value you can get right now. There are numerous card manufacturers, such as Asus, Gigabyte, and MSI, making the RTX 3060 Ti, with many cards sporting a slight performance overclock to make them marginally faster than standard. So guys, that's all for top 7 best GPU for rendering 2023. The links of all products are given in the description, which are updated for the best prices. Subscribe our channel for more videos. We will meet in next video. Till then, take care. Bye.